after all the drama that we saw that went on earlier before these latest results were declared. So we also did see a number of party agents who stormed out of that collation center, the National Collation Center. So, interesting scenario. They are up in arms after all that argument about the propriety, the legality of the process, whether or not they were going to continue, citing several provisions of the Electoral Act and goodness. And here we are now. But Mr. Uzi, what's your impression of what's played out so far?
Well, there's a debate as to whether what is going on now is in accordance with the Electoral Act and whether it's in accordance with the INEC regulations and guidelines. My only challenge about the position of the political parties is that they have not come to say that the results being announced are not in conformity with the scores or the total number of accredited voters as they observed in the lower levels of collation. They are not challenging the scores. They are challenging the process and the procedure. They are challenging the fact that INEC guidance provides for a comparison being made with the results as exhibited, as displayed in the IREF portal. And it's a choice between let us follow the process as outlined, the architecture as outlined in the Electoral Act and in the INEC guidelines, or let us ensure that we speedily dispose of this result collation process. So it will appear to me the INEC has chosen the latter. We will rather than wait for the IREF portal to be up and running and display all the results. Yeah. Nobody knows how long that will take. The statement yesterday said we were in this process of resolving all the issues. I think there's still one or two challenges. So it depends on which you think should follow. Are you a process person, technical process person, or Nigerians are interested in timelessly getting to hear who the next president, what are the scores?
So just to put it out there, those are PDP, LP, APP, SDP, and ADC.
Walked out.
The parties who walked out.
So, but is that not opening up INEC to litigation? I mean, the fact that there's a law that provides procedural guidelines, and you even had a guideline that sort of enhances the act. Is that not opening yourself up to litigation, saying that you're going contrary to what you put out as a procedure?
Well, either course of action will open to litigation, and especially in electoral matters, we are a litigious community. Don't forget that there are over 700 cases dealing with party primaries, intra-party affairs.
As we speak.
INEC is joined as a necessary defendant, but it's not primary elections conducted by INEC, even conducted by the political parties themselves. That's the level of disputation that we have within the parties. So yes, definitely, I think your question will more the likelihood of success of those challenges.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, pardon me. Okay. We need to just bring you the walkout, and then after they walked out, they spoke to the press behind this collation center. So we caught up with some of them after they made their points. And have a listen.
Now that we have established calm, we can calmly proceed with the process and conclude in the...
We party agents haven't observed that the national chairman of INEC is determined to rig the election by making sure that results are not uploaded, by vehemently making a presentation that makes it look as if we are all here to rubber stamp the fraud that has been cooked between INEC and APC. We are saying that we are not here to rubber stamp the electoral fraud that have been prepared by INEC and APC. We are Nigerians and we all know that there is nowhere on the server that results have been uploaded. It's now saying we should wait for the process to be completed. All the political parties here have staged a walkout to express the unfortunate politicization and commercialization of our electoral process.
How many of the parties are staging a walkout?
We are about 9-10 of us here. Understand? And we are saying that INEC is compromised, APC have influenced INEC, and we can see results are being changed. We have records of where elections did not take place and results have been prepared. We have records of where the beavers were not used and results have been pronounced. What is difficult in the INEC chairman showing the uploaded results so that we can compare and interrogate that with the presentation that is made by the state returning officers. But they cannot upload results. They cannot show us uploaded results because they know that what they are going to upload will be at variance with what they are presenting to Nigerians. So the electoral process have been rigged. INEC have rigged the 2023 elections, and we are completely dissociating ourselves from it, and we know what to do next.
How many parties staged a walkout this afternoon?
There are about 10 political parties that have actively participated in the election.
So are you saying that you would no longer, your party, the Labour Party, will no longer participate in this election?
We have already participated in the election.
Or in the election process?
The only thing we are challenging the process in which they are declaring the results. You understand? They have promised us that they are going to use beavers. Beavers are used, but the result of the beavers have not been uploaded. What they are giving us now are doctor results, they are fake results, and that is why we do not accept it. And we have called on the INEC chairman. If he did not agree and did not accept what we are telling you, how should we accept what he is telling us? It's a result that we have a complaint from our agent. We have seen it. Everybody has seen it. We have seen where infractions have been happening, and we have seen where doctor results have been submitted. Our agent have reported to us. This is what we are not. That is what they are telling us here. So, and he wants us to just rubber stamp what they are telling us, and then as APC have suggested that we should meet in court, and that's what is succumbing to it.
So what next? So what next for your party? What next?
Well, the next thing is we have done what we are doing now, and then we are going to take the instruction from our masters.
All right, so some of the political party agents are staged a walkout at that National Coalition Center. They're taking a break now, but Abosede, what's going through your mind?
So, I mean, the first thing I did is I went to the IREF portal and I'm just looking at, obviously how far do we have to go? And it shows that 62,736 results have now been uploaded. But as you know, there are 176 and about 606 polling units. And so technically, we're still around 40%, right? So I think there are two things here. The political parties that walked out were very clear about what they would prefer, and what they're saying is adjourn this process, okay? Now, I think that it's important to highlight that the cost of that to Nigerians is that they need to wait,
okay,
right? But we started this conversation by saying, wow, it's been 48 hours.
Yeah.
And we just don't know. We're not in position to say how long it would take for INEC to upload those results such that when the scope comes and is announcing, they can display it for us. So it's a valid ask, definitely, and I think in line with the Electoral Act that, the part of the Electoral Act and the guidelines that have already been stated, it is a valid ask. However, I think it's important to understand what is at stake, if we were to go in that direction.
Prof, we'll come back to you in a minute, but just quickly go to this APC's press release. The Tinubu to Lagosians, he did ask that they become and maintain peace. So he did say, All Progressives Congress, the presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, appeals to Lagos State, people in Lagos State, to become and eschew any acts that can lead to breakdown of law and order. He said the outcome of the election in Lagos, where Labour Party won the presidential election, should not be a source of provocation, saying that the beauty of democracy is that people have a right to vote for the candidates of their choice. Okay, so we can go ahead and listen to some of them.
We have credible information from my colleagues at the bar. They have consulted some of my and the inner basin, the senior advocates like me, who they have told to shop to go and prepare court papers and proceed to it. I want to appeal to the judiciary to remember the famous or the infamous Justice Bennett on June 12th. We should not have a replay of the situation of Justice Bennett and what happened to her thereafter. That is my appeal to the judiciary, which is still my primary constituency. Please, please, and please, they should not scuttle the progress. If they think that INEC has subverted provisions of the law in releasing the results, we will meet them anywhere in court, because we said that there is no such provision legally binding on INEC, and that overrides provision of both the Constitution and the Electoral Act that says that results must be uploaded before they are declared. What the law still recognizes is the manual step-by-step collation until the announcement of the results at the National Collection Center as provided for by law. It's not in my let me tell you this. I want you to simply ask the PDP. It's not God, I mean, for the LP, they have called for the cancellation of the results. Fair, well and good. We'll meet them anyway. But for the PDP, I want you to ask a critical question to all these drama kings you are seeing up and down, making noise without substance. Have you picked up a particular result from a particular state and compared it with the ones your agent submitted? And tell the world which unit has been altered, which ward result has been altered, which state result has, tell the world.
All right, so there you go. The All Progressives Congress also giving their press conference concerning what they've seen going on, reactions to the PDP, Labour Party, SDP, APP, the agents and their parties who staged a walkout and calling for cancellation, or they're not believing in the entire process. Well, Prof, you've heard what's going on now. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I think it's patently very risky for INEC to put on hold the process of announcement of the results. It immediately declared that INEC has admitted that it's lost in crisis. And I think that's what should not be done.
Okay. By the way, Labour Party also had their briefing, just ended moments ago, as a matter of fact. So they're all having these briefings going all over the place, and pressmen will have to make sure we catch snippets, if not the entire thing. So that also went on, and I think subsequently we will. Okay, here it is, by the way.
He has repeated his promise multiple times.
Challenge,
Okay, so that is Labour Party's Akin Osuntogun. Okay, so he's clearly stating their party's position, but previously I think they had also spoken about how they do not believe in the process previously before today. So this is an addition to what they said previously. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think that the position of the chairman of INEC is reasonable. But that means the case has not been closed, because as he himself admitted, once the announcement process is concluded, then the possibility of review can then be activated. Now, but what the political parties are saying is very important for us to note. The first is that they have discovered some discrepancies between what has been announced at the local government level as the result of the state and what they have from their party agents. That's the first point. Then secondly, they said by not uploading the results for access, the argument or their fear is that INEC is not confident that what is going to be uploaded corresponds to what actually happened at the polling unit. They may be wrong, they may also be right. But the important point is really this, that when you look at the local government figures, you can't compare those figures with the polling unit figures that the political parties are talking about. Mm-hmm. That's why that IREV portal is so important for the purposes of transparency. Okay.